welcome back another new session of operations research. Today we will learn a transportation and assignment problem. Let's start from the introduction. What is a transportation problem? Each and every company's intentions is to minimize the transportation cost. Means always they try to minimize a transportation cost by using a shortest route, by using a simplest way, by using or fulfilling a demand and supply, right? So what is the transportation? Transportation problem deals with the distribution of goods from several points of supply to the number of points of demand. It's the basic transportation model which deals distribution of goods. Means it will depend on a respective supply and respective demand, right? Usually we are given the capacity of goods at each source and the requirement at each destination. Means we have a capacity of goods at each source and requirement at each destination. Means suppose at a place they require 1,000 items, so they fulfill the 1,000 items, but parallelly in the same transportation they have items of peers, so they have also consideration in requirement of next destination also. So this is the basic transportation model, and typically the objective is to minimize the total transportation and production cost. Main aim of transportation cost is to minimize, right, and minimize the transportation cost as well as the production cost. To find out the optimum transportation schedule, keeping in mind cost of transportation to be minimized. For optimum transportation schedule, always be consideration in minimizing the transportation cost. Clear? What are the basic assumptions over there? So here the items to be shipped are homogeneous. Means item to be shipped is homogeneous, not in a hazardous manner, right? Shipping cost per unit is the same regardless of number of units shipped. Means shipping cost will be the same and is a constant throughout, or it will not depend on how much number of units required, how much number of units ships, right? It is a constant, right? Think. Next, there is only one route or mode of transportation being used between each origin and destination. Means here a single route or only one route and mode of transportation is constant throughout all supply and demand. Means starting point, company point, and the starting level, that is from company to the customer, transportation route is a constant, mode of transportation is a constant. Clear? These are the basic assumptions of transportation model. As that assumptions may be practical in real time or may not be practical in real time practice, right? So it will be useful for company, it will not be useful for company, but as we think that in assumptions always be not possible in real time practice. Clear? So this is the basic transportation problem example over here mentioned here. The Executive Furniture Corporation manufacture of office desks at 3 locations. That's Des Moines, Evansville and Fort Lauderdale. The firm distributes the desk through the regional warehouses located at Boston, Albuquerque and Cleveland, right? So here source 1, here company 1, 2 and 3. At that source they have to produce a different desk, office desk, and here the requirement, here the destinations, and they have to give their manufactured desk to them. So what are the facts? 3 supply points, 3 demand points and 9 transportation costs for each source of destination. Means what happened? Here the supply is given, here the demand is given. So source 1, they or company will provide and provide that much of days to show destination 1 also, to destination 2 also, to destination 3 also, right? The same thing for source 2, they provide destination 1 also, destination 2 also, and destination 3 also, right? According to their demand and supply, they approaches different destination. Same for source 3, they also approach at destination 1, destination 2, and destination 3. Clear? So according to that supply and demand, the basic company means basic warehouse is 1 have a 3 destination. For the source 2, again 3 destinations source 3. So at where they have to give or they have to fulfill that demand, we have to calculate in transportation problem by using various methods. Clear? What is the basic formulation of transportation? So is likely to minimize the transportation cost while meeting the demand at each destination and not exceeding supply at each cost. Clear? So here X is a number of units of sources given where J is equal to 1, 2, 3 with a different supply and demand as mentioned as DM, E and FL. That is the places naming mentioned in last example as warehouses, and J that is a destination. Clear? So basic formulation of this you can put over here x11 plus x12 plus x12 less or equal to that is 1000 for the S supplies. For is eventual supply, we have to formulate this equation. For Fort Lauderdale supply, we formulate this, right? And for demand, we have why we put equal sign over here, because we have to fulfill the demand. But in supply category, they have a less supply to 8.8, means they have a variation in a supply at different place, right? So we have to put and make equation over there. Now we have to formulate the transportation model in terms of linear programming to minimize the total cost. Total cost is equal to 5x1 plus 4x2, 5 that is the cost of transportation, x11 that is source 1 and destination 1 mentioned over here, 4x2, 3x1 plus 8x2 plus 4x1 plus 3x2 x23 plus 9x31 plus 7x32 plus 5x33. This is the basic LPU formulation of our transportation problem. Sometimes in exam they have asked that you have to convert your transportation model into a LPU formulation, right? So this is the basic formulation of it. Clear? What are the main terminology for the transportation cost? So feasible solution, the non-negative value of xij where I is equal to 1 to 3 up to m and j is equal to 1 to 3 up to n, which satisfy the constraint of supply and demand. That is called the feasible solutions. Clear? Basic feasible solution, if number of positive allocations are in m plus n minus 1 manner, then that is known as a basic feasible solution. Clear? We all find out the solution by using a measure 3 method, that is northwest corner method, least count method, and radius method. We finding different, right? Optimal solution, we can find a feasible solution is said to be an optimal solution if it minimizes the total transportation cost over there, right? And balance problem means for starting the calculation of transportation, first we have to check given transportation model is or given transportation problem is balanced or unbalanced. Clear? So what is a balance and what is unbalanced, we will see in next terminology also, next slides also. Unbalanced problems means which are not balanced, called unbalanced, means supply is not equal to demand, that is of unbalanced problems. Clear? Matrix terminology, we have make a matrix and squares are called the cells in form of column vertically and rows horizontally. Degenerate basic formation means the number of allocation in basic solution is less than the m plus n minus 1, that is known as a degenerate basic feasible solution. We all learn in next lectures by applying the methods. We have seen that it is degenerated problem or it is a not degenerated problem. Clear? So the question is that when we categorize a given problem is unbalanced. Suppose here given a problem, here supply is equal to 70 but demand is equal to 90. So this is called unbalanced problem. Means we have to add a dummy column to balance this problem. Means here for balanced problem, supply is equal to always a demand. Fulfilling that supply is equal to demand, we have to put here dummy column and we have to put here 20 supply as a dummy. Clear? So this is the case of supply is less than demand. Clear? And another case is when supply is greater than demand, also we have add a dummy column. Clear? So the same example we have get that we have a supply. So we have a required demand is 70 but we have a supply is equal to 90. So we have add a dummy column over here to balance that problem, right? Dummy column we have at 0, 0 and 20 we have to add a dummy demand over here. Clear? So this is the case where demand is less than supply, or we can say that supply is greater than a demand. This is the basic unbalanced problem and balanced problem we have considered over there. So how we convert unbalanced problem into the balanced problem? We can add a dummy row or dummy column for converting that unbalanced problem into the balanced condition. But for solving a transportation model, always you have to consider that supply is equal to demand. If there is no supply is equal to demand, you have to equalize that supply into the demand by adding a dummy row and column. Clear? And then you have to apply the various method for solving the example. Clear? Next, what are the basic application of transportation model? So this is the minimizing the shipping cost. Minimize the shipping cost, determine the low cost location. It is the main application of a transportation model and it's widely used by the various organizations. Find the minimum cost production schedule. Military distribution system they have. This is the basic application of transportation model we have to apply, and many organizations have apply by reducing their transportation cost and smoothing of their production and fulfilling of supply and demand. Clear? This is the end of this session. Thanks for watching.